Hi, I'm Ben from Weatherbys and I've been joined by Matt Toombs, the author of our Cheltenham Festival Betting Guide. Matt, it's your second year writing the book. How have you found it?
It's a fantastic amount of fun doing all the research. The secret of successful betting is constantly finding new angles before the market does, and this gives me an opportunity to spend a lot of time researching new angles for Cheltenham. It's great.
So those familiar with the book will know it's got a lot of stuff in there about the trends, but you've introduced some new factors over the last 2 years, Matt, including the freshness-ometer to start with.
That's right, that came in last year. The idea behind that was to illustrate where there are some of the races where it's been a big advantage to be fresh, like the Gold Cup, some of the races, like some of the attritional staying novice races, where it's been an advantage to have been busy. So it's to try and illustrate that point.
And some of the new features, there's one called the predictability factor.
Yeah, I mean, last year was the most predictable festival that any of us can remember. 10 winning favourites. The bookies were reputed to have lost £60 million, and I wanted to look at whether that was a one-off or whether actually quite a lot of the races, particularly the conditions races, are becoming more predictable. And we've got used to the price-wise world of seeing value as being at juicy double-figure prices, and often that is still the case in a lot of the races at the festival, but there are some now where the front end of the market's dominating. Where that is, it's helpful to know that there's no point having a 10 to 1 shot that looks to have a good chance if the favourite or the second favourite always wins that particular race.
And also, we've always had positive and negative trends in the book, but this year you've introduced a new feature as well, which is the profitable trends, so those to follow. Can you just give us an explanation of that, please?
Yeah, so statistical trends on their own can be misleading. I imagine if you researched it, you might find that 7 of the last 10 winners of the Bettrends final were born on a Thursday, but that wouldn't make it any more likely to happen this year. So what we're trying to do is build on race theories, look at the individual race this year, and then have the trend built on top of that and say, actually, is it underestimated by the market? Because that's how we make money. And if a trend is actually producing profits and looks continually likely to do so, then that's a good angle.
And also this year we've signed up 4 new guest authors. We've got Kevin Blake, Lydia Hislop, Tony Keenan and Andy Gibson. Matt, can you just give us a quick flavour about what they've been producing for us?
Yeah, it's fantastic to have those guys on board. Lydia Hislop, we're talking about sort of the building blocks. Lydia has been providing an analysis of how a lot of the races she thinks will be run. Yeah. So I've talked a lot about the inherent nature of a race. You then look at this individual renewal, and that's another step towards working out what the right bet would be. Kevin Blake's looked at some of the key horses for banker or bust. And a lot of people will be interested to see what he thinks of some of the hot favourites. Yeah. Tony Keenan's come up with, as usual, a lot of good angles. I particularly like the thinking biases, some of which I'm certainly guilty of. Yeah, there's a lot for people to learn in that. And Andy Gibson's a successful professional punter, so having his view on how to approach racing will be particularly interesting to the aficionados behind this book.
So guys, it's only just a week away before the festival, but there is still time to order your Cheltenham Festival Betting Guide. It is sent out first class, it's packed full of features, a lot of new stuff from our new authors, and we think it's our best guide yet. If you want to get your copy, go on to bettrendsshop.co.uk and get your copy ordered, and that will be sent out first class.